Hello my dear ones from Singapore Airlines Business Class on the Airbus A350 on our flight from Bangkok to Singapore. This is the regional business class product of Singapore Airlines, and this looks so much more impressive than many long-haul business class products. But now let's have a look at what Singapore Airlines offers on a flight of less than 2 hours. Come with me from Bangkok to Singapore. Our flight to Singapore is starting at 9 a.m. So after a quick check-in, we're having coffee at the Royal Silk Lounge of Thai Airways, which is also inviting business class passengers of Singapore Airlines. And after some refreshments there, we are walking through beautiful Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport to our Singapore Airlines Airbus A350, which is gonna fly us to Singapore in less than 2 hours. First of all, the seat of this still new regional business class of Singapore Airlines is a feast for the eyes. There's a nice monitor screen, then below that is our beloved hole for the legs, and underneath you have some space for shoes or small luggage. Then there's a newspaper holder and a large console next to the seat with a hanger for the noise-cancelling headphones. And then, as a special feature, there's a mini cabinet, a bit like on Air France, with a socket and 2 USB ports. And then there's also a mirror here, in case you cannot get enough of yourself. Below are controls for the seat and the remote control for the monitor screen. A nice pillow and cozy blanket are provided for your comfort even on this short flight. The seat shell is covered with a soft velvety fabric, and there's also the in-seat lights which shine in 3 different directions. And the table pops up from the front.
Important safety briefing and all on journey through Singapore.
Have a glass of juice or
Thank you so much. Breakfast has been served in the meantime, and there was an option of 3 different breakfasts, and I opted for the seafood version, but there was also a European version like with omelette or frittata and some jam and bread and so on, and then there was also another Asian option, I guess, or a vegetarian option too. Then I got freshly squeezed orange juice and water. I asked also for champagne actually, because this is YouTube and you want to see how that looks like too. And then some fruit. It's only a flight of 1 hour and 50 minutes, so they have to be really quick, and they are. Singapore Airlines has 2 different business class products on the Airbus A350, and that's the long-haul business class product, and then this here, the regional business class product. And if you look at it, you know, it looks really very nice for a regional product. I mean, I heard some reports that it's kind of tight and so on, but at the first look now, I can only say this might be compared to their long-haul product, because the Singapore Airlines business class on long-haul products, on the long-haul flights, is really extremely wide seats, incredibly wide seats. Maybe you had a look at my Singapore Airlines first class suites video. There you also see the business class on long-haul flights for a moment too. I can only say that I flew Emirates, for example, a lot in my life, and their business class is not wider than this here on the Airbus A380. I see already the foot compartment is quite large, and also here the size of the seat is quite large. Anyway, I'm gonna also go not only on short haul from Bangkok to Singapore, but also on a long medium haul. It's gonna be from Singapore to Dubai, and there we're gonna have a look at how it's like when you have to fly for a couple of hours, 7 hours in that case, and how it feels if you wanna sleep. I already tried a little the breakfast, and that's really very good quality. The prawns are super fresh, like crunchy, so to speak. And so are the scallops, really very nice quality. Tastes really good. I'm actually traveling with a very good friend of mine. We're doing a trip of Asia and Arabia, and she just ordered the meat option, but then she thought she better have the Western option. So I'm gonna have a look at that one too over here. If I have the time, I'll also ask her how she likes the flight. Well, also the meat option is really good. There was a very nice large shiitake mushroom that I just swallowed down already. Really very nice and tasty. And also here the beef is really tasty. And of course there was a whole selection of breads and croissant, and then here Danish puff. So that you get too. Really nice breakfast. Well, if I want to be really picky after all the euphoria, this part over here got really dry. The noodles got really dry, or they never got cooked. I think they really got dry. I don't know how that happened. Other than that, it's tasty. Of course, everything is going very fast on such a short flight, so I cannot really take use of all the things you can do in business class. But of course, I'm gonna put down the seat in a moment into a bed position just to see it. And they're really very fast in the service and really very charming too. Yes, please. Yes, please, some coffee. The only not so practical thing is that you don't have a paper menu here. Everything is online here. And it's also not really here on the in-flight entertainment. You cannot look at it here, but you have to open the browser of your phone and then download the menu of the flight, or look at it on the browser of your phone. That's the only not so practical thing. Otherwise, it's really nice. There's not enough time to talk about the entertainment program on this short flight, but I will talk about it on the long medium haul flight from Singapore to Dubai. So have a look at that video then. And I already talked about it on my flight on Singapore Airlines first class suites on the Airbus A350. That's a pretty crazy, insane cabin product. Have a look. I traveled from Frankfurt to New York in a double bed in a double room. So that was very special. Have a look at that. And then I'm also talking about the entertainment program of Singapore Airlines. If you like my flight and travel reports, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it right now with the bell notification. It costs you just one click. I'm really happy, and you're making a big difference for the future of this channel. At the push of a button, the seat can be continuously converted into a bed. Both armrests can be lowered to seat height, and that offers extra space to the side, and that's especially great for lying down. What is really nice about this seat is that you have a kind of a cocoon feeling. You have this shell around you. You won't see your neighbor, and also when you sit like this you feel a little cozy, so to speak, like in a cocoon. So that's quite a nice solution in between. And here we are in the toilet check and the bathroom check. So the toilet or the bathroom is not really big, but there's amenities. There's some facial mist, hand lotion, and eau de toilette of Penhaligons of London. And then there's here a little drawer where you find toothbrushes and a shaving kit and so on. And that was mostly it. Then there's really ugly orchids that should be removed because they're really gross. They're so far away from real orchids. They should not be in a nice cabin. But other than that, it's really a very nice, a small but cute little bathroom. By the way, Singapore Airlines does not offer an amenity kit or slippers on flights of less than 6 hours. How was it on this short flight? There's no slippers, but socks, eye shades and earplugs. And for a more hygienic feeling, you get these little things to put over your headset. Now I got a cup of coffee and also a glass of champagne. One more just to show you again. It's a Pieper Heidsieck Vintage of 2014 in this case. A really nice champagne, nice taste, and not just plain but really nice to drink. Singapore Airlines has one of the best entertainment systems. The flight show is also very beautiful and interactive with a view of the whole world. But a highlight of the Airbus A350 has not been installed here, and that's the external cameras. What is a highlight on many airlines was simply left out here. Too bad. This flight is actually part of a very nice trip of Asia and Arabia with one of my longest and best friends who used to be my first voice teacher and still is an artistic advisor to me. And we just visited Thailand, which is kind of a second home to me since my childhood. And now we're flying on this product on the shortest flight of this trip from Bangkok to Singapore. And I think it's quite a good product, or actually quite an interesting product, because you get such a big plane on a very short route. Or what do you think? How do you think? Is this a nice place to be for a short flight?
I have no feeling that I'm treated like a short flight. I have the feeling I'm treated like a long flight. It's very comfortable seats. The service is wonderful, I must say. And the seat is so comfortable, there's lots of space for the feet. And if we have the same plane going to the long trip later today, I'm looking forward.
Yes, because we're going to have a flight on this very aircraft a little bit later today from Singapore to Dubai, and that's going to be really interesting. And then we're also going to think about how this is compared to a flight on Qatar Airways, because we also went on Qatar Airways, but that a little later. So you see the jacket is already on the hook. That means we are gonna land in a moment. I hope you really enjoyed this flight report about Singapore Airlines Regional Business Class on a short-haul flight. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. That really means a lot to me. It's really important. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's really fantastic flight and travel reports waiting for you. And also there's already quite a lot of really interesting reports on my channel. So check them out, subscribe to the channel, and see you again very soon here on Travel, Sing, Fly.